Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Michelle again, and we are talking about creating a happier, healthier, wealthier you. 21 ways in 21 days. Today is day 12. Yesterday, we talked about our second vital nutrient, and we started this 2 days ago with our first vital nutrient, which was movement, vitamin M. And yesterday, we talked about the importance of sleep. And today, our third vital nutrient that, again, many people don't really think much about, but more and more we're becoming aware of the importance of this particular vital nutrient, which is water. Now, there is just a lot of controversy about water. I mean, because there's just so much information. And so people are always asking me, well, Dr. Michelle, what's the best type of water to drink? Well, the reality is that there are certain things that are relative to what you're trying to do, and then there are other things that are absolute. So you definitely want to have some type of filtered water. And I believe in what's called a reverse osmosis type of filter, as well as carbon filters, and even UV light filters that we use on our colon hydrotherapy machines to help to kill bacteria. But most importantly, like I said, to have that reverse osmosis process. And now it's very interesting when we start talking about bottled water, because yes, none of us wants to drink, the variety of chemicals and drugs that are coming through our municipal water that's provided by our wonderful water systems in our local towns. Because as you know, when people discard their drugs through our septic systems, and that gets fed into the public utility water system. Yes, they use all kinds of filters and things of that nature. However, more and more of the trace elements of these prescription drugs are showing up in our drinking water. So I want you to be aware of that. And then also, as you know, various types of toxins, things that are being leached into our water supply from farms and things of that nature. So many of us have started to drink bottled water, and I too, have drunk bottled water. Unfortunately, what many of us don't realize is that the plastic that those water that are holding the water, that plastic is being leached into the water, which is increasing your exposure to hormone disrupting chemicals, very, very, very potent versions of estrogens. And that is having a tremendous disruption on our systems. I myself was victim to that when I was drinking a lot of bottled water as I was out in the workplace. And all of a sudden, I started to see a shift in my cycle. And once I started to take that bottled water out of my daily regimen, my cycle went back to normal. So I can tell from firsthand experience the effect that these bottled water leaching chemicals have on your person. Now, the other thing that people continuously ask about is distilled water. Now, you really want to be careful with distilled water because, just as the name implies, distilled water has had all of the mineral contents taken out of it. Unfortunately, when you do that, whenever nature sees a vacuum, it abhors it. It says, oh, I've got to fill it back up. So as you start to consume that distilled water, guess what? It's going to draw the minerals out of your body, out of your bones, out of your cardiovascular system. And that can have tremendous repercussions on your person. Now, of course, there's a place for utilizing distilled water, and we do utilize distilled water when we're creating different herbal concoctions so that it will draw as much of the potency and the vital nutrients from those herbs into the water. We also use distilled water when we do a variety of different cleanses. And for certain people that have what we call high electrolytes, we use distilled water for a very short period of time to help to flush that excess out of the body. In any case, you want to drink enough water to hydrate your person. By the time you feel thirsty, you are dehydrated, significantly dehydrated. And so the general rule is to drink at least half of your body's weight in ounces. So if you weigh 125 pounds, you should be consuming at least 63 ounces of water. And that's just a general rule. Really and truly, we need to drink more than that, if at all possible. The temperature of the water should be room temperature, so that's not to shock your system. And room temperature is best because it's where your body is, and your body doesn't have to spend extra energy warming it up to get it out of the system. And also teas are good, which are a little bit more than room temperature, and teas are particularly good in terms of having water that is a little bit warmer in order to relax the digestive system, and again, enable certain people who are chronically constipated to be able to flush that toxic matter out of the body. So without any further ado, I want to leave you so that you can run out and get some water. And below this video, you will see a link to a particular water filter that you might find of interest. And I leave you once again in the spirit of peace, love, and prosperity. God bless.